The biggest new development in the D4vd case is not only the arrest itself, it is that Celeste Rivas Hernandez's family is now speaking publicly, saying they want her voice heard and her memory honored as the case moves toward a possible filing decision. On April 19, 2026, the story returned to headlines after the 21-year-old singer, born David Burke, was arrested in Los Angeles in connection with the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And before we go further, please subscribe, like, and share to support Starline Daily for more verified celebrity updates and trending entertainment news, delivered with facts first. What makes this story especially significant is that it now sits at the intersection of entertainment, public grief, and an active criminal case. D4vd rose to fame after the viral success of Romantic Homicide, then built that momentum into major label releases, and his debut album Withered in April 2025. That public profile is a big reason this arrest immediately became a national entertainment headline, rather than only a local crime story. According to authorities and multiple news reports, Celeste had been reported missing from Lake Elsinore in April 2024. Her remains were identified in September 2025 after they were found in a Tesla registered to Burke that had been towed from the Hollywood Hills. Publicly released reporting has established that the body was discovered at a tow yard, but key medical details have remained tightly restricted for months. That matters because one of the most important facts in the case is also one of the least understood. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner said in November 2025 that a court order had placed a security hold on Celeste's case, preventing release of records including the cause and manner of death. AP later reported that no cause or time of death had been publicly revealed, which meant a major part of the case stayed out of public view, even as the investigation intensified. Then came the new turn. On Thursday, April 16, 2026, Burke was arrested on suspicion of murder and booked without bail. Police said the case would be presented to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office for filing consideration on Monday, April 20. NBC Los Angeles and AP both reported that, at the time of the arrest, charges had not yet been filed publicly. Burke's legal team has strongly denied responsibility, saying he did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez and was not the cause of her death. They also said no indictment had been returned and no criminal complaint had been filed, arguing that he had only been detained under suspicion. The defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. As of the latest available information, proceedings are ongoing. What changed the emotional tone of the story this weekend was the family's response. Through attorney Patrick Steinfeld, the family said it intends to participate fully if charges are filed, including attending an arraignment and invoking rights under Marsy's law. The family's message, as described publicly by their lawyer, is that Celeste's voice should be heard and her memory protected through every step that follows. People also reported that Celeste's father publicly expressed gratitude that justice was finally moving forward. That shift is why this is now a broader public story than an arrest headline alone. For months, the case was defined by mystery, a missing teen, a shocking discovery, sealed records, and mounting public questions. Now it is moving into a more formal legal phase, even though the public still does not know every detail investigators may be relying on. AP has also reported that a secret grand jury investigation had been underway, adding another sign that prosecutors and investigators were building the case carefully behind the scenes. For D4vd's career, the timing is impossible to separate from the case. By the time Celeste's remains were found, he had already become one of the most recognizable young artists in his lane, with viral success, touring momentum, and a debut album release behind him. That does not change the legal standard, but it explains why every update is drawing intense public attention from both true crime followers and music audiences. For now, the clearest update is this. D4vd has been arrested. Celeste Rivas Hernandez's family is now speaking publicly through counsel, and prosecutors were expected to review the case on April 2026 to decide whether charges should be filed. The biggest remaining public question is what evidence prosecutors believe is strong enough to move the case forward from suspicion to formal charges. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting Starline Daily.